And several groups in Huntsville are continuing the effort to get people registered to vote. Vote Gone Viral volunteers set up at St. Luke Christian Church today to check voter registration status and assist with absentee ballot requests. Yesterday, groups also had a voter and census drive-through at Progressive Union Missionary Baptist Church. Organizers reflect on the importance of voting following the death of Supreme Court Justice Ginsburg.
So we understand that through voting, we influence policy, we influence our Supreme Court, we influence our local judicial representatives.
It's always of utmost importance to be registered and participating as a citizen.
There are 44 more days until the general election. This last day to register to vote is October 19th.